Don't y'all love my granddaddy?
What's up, world? It's your man, the one and only Mr. Sand 44 Man. Tune in every Thursday to Detroit Raw Live right here on ventradio.net.
Y'all know he's the man.
That's right. What's up, world? It's your man, the one and only Mr. Sand 44 Man. Seen and heard around the world right here, only on ventradio.net. Detroit Raw Live every Thursday, 7 p.m. with your man, the one and only Mr. Sand 44 Man. Shouts out to everybody that gave me shouts out to me and my daughter for her wedding this past weekend. We really had a beautiful time. Thank you very, very much for all of y'all shouts out. Your mans. I'm gonna go down there looking at the clown in a little bit, but hey, I do what I do. That's what I do. This is a very special time in her life. I'm glad to see this happening like that, and it was just a beautiful thing. So I'm just so glad of her and her husband, Mickey the Robinsons, Dominique and Ricky Robinson, my daughter. They are out there enjoying themselves. And back to reality. I think the honeymoon might be postponed a little bit, but that's okay. They had a real nice time. You can check me out at Sanford D. Miles and see some of the footage, some of the pictures and stuff that we had out there. And we really appreciate the shots out from everybody because it was a fun time, and I was killing it. I like to do that. But it was a beautiful time to see these young people getting married, and I appreciate everybody that gave me shots out. And also, shots is due out to Glenn Cannon. Let's get a round of applause to Glenn Cannon. Today is Glenn's birthday. Happy birthday, player.
Thank you.
Glenn is 72 today. And we just gonna celebrate a little bit.
Well, you know what? If I was, I wouldn't be nothing but proud because that means I'm still here.
I'm trying to tell you.
Doing what I do.
I'm trying to tell you, especially at that age. But shouts out to Glenn for his birthday. Y'all give us a call, 248-429-7224. Give him a shout out. This is what I contributed to the cause. That only ones that are able to see it is the ones that's watching me on ventradio.net. But I bought some liquefied bean soup. I got some beef rice with some crackers with it. And then also for dessert, we brought Glenn a Hostess apple pie and Fago. Now, how much love can you get when you go into the stomach? You see what I'm saying, world? That's good looking out when you got something to eat and snacks to have to enjoy. But congratulations to you, Glenn, on your birthday. Shouts out to all of us. Man. That we appreciate you out here. Shouts out to everybody around the world, ladies and gentlemen. That gets me down to, let's see what's going on around the world. Shouts out to everybody around the world in Tokyo, Japan. Good morning to you at 8:08 in the a.m. London, England. Good morning to you at 12:08 in the a.m. New York. Good evening to you at 7:08. Casablanca. Good evening to you at 12:08 in the a.m. Chicago, good evening at 6:08 p.m. Copenhagen. Good morning to you at 1:08 in the a.m. Kuwait City, good morning to you at 2:08 in the a.m. Rome, good morning at 1:08 in the a.m. San Francisco, good afternoon to you at 4:08 in the p.m. San Salvador, good evening to you at 5:08 and Santiago. Good evening, 7:09 p.m. You're tuned in to your man, the one and only Mr. Sand 44 Man, with you right here. All right, y'all. The summer season is about to wind down.
Already?
Yeah, man.
Just started.
A few more weeks. Them chitlins will be going to school. Those that are in the South, you'll be headed to school come August. August is here. And then for those here in the Midwest, y'all can get ready to get y'all asses in school right after, Labor Day. And then you will be back in school. So, hey, parents, get ready to do y'all shout out dance and everything because them kids about to go back to school and you get your time and your rest and no more mama, and getting on your nerves. So get their butts back in school. Get them prepared now. This is the time, ladies and gentlemen. This is the time to get them prepared. And also, you can do little things like if you're still have some type of little activity going on, give us a call right here at ventradio.net. Check yourself out, get you some tickets to an event that you might be having upcoming for the next month. Or you might want to have a family reunion or something that you're going to have for your family. So get yourself a couple of t-shirts and get them printed up here. Call us up at 248-429-7224 and ask for Glenn Cannon. And also tell him that Mr. Sam 44 Man said that you could give him a good deal. He'd give you a good deal. Also, Glenn, tell him about the transportation services going on here.
Oh, boy. I got to do this right, Sam, man.
All right. Hell, take your time. Handle it.
I got to do this right. I mean, we can't just...
Boss Luxury.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all want to check that out.
Okay, here we go. Boss Luxury Transportation. For all your luxurious travel needs. If you want to go to Cedar Point, you want to go see somebody that may be incarcerated, you want to do a girls' night out, you want to go to a concert, we are the people that can take you there in style in our luxury Mercedes-Benz Sprinters. You can sit back and watch you a movie, listen to some jams, have a few drinks with your friends, and just lead the drive into us. We're going to treat you right. We treat everybody like they're boss. That's why it's called Boss Luxury Transportation. The number to call to set up an appointment is 218-506-8368. Okay? Again, Boss Luxury Transportation, 218-506-8368.
And they can call you anytime?
Anytime.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all need to check that out right here, ventradio.net. Did you give them that phone number again?
Yes, that number. And we're going to run a commercial during the show. We have a video commercial that we're going to run. So, yeah, it's 218-506-8368. You know, you might want to go to Cedar Point this year in style.
Yeah.
You know, you
know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can sit back, have y'all drinks. You ain't got to worry about the police flagging you or nothing. Do your thing and enjoy yourself, just, spend a couple of dollars and at least it keeps you off the Ohio roads. Let somebody else do the driving, just like Greyhound, you give it to them. So why not? So check it out.
You might want to run over to Chicago and
right, Indiana,
do some stepping. You might want to go out and do some stepping and we'll take you over there and treat you right. You go in and do your little stepping thing, get back on it. We come on back to the city.
That's right. Now, right here, I'm gonna let Glenn, go get you a scoop, man. You got your bowl there and everything. I'm gonna let Glenn grab some of this nice bean soup that I made. Got some beef rice with it and some crackers. And I was just thinking, world, that I do a lot of cooking, because white America stresses me out. So cooking makes me feel real calm when I cook. So therefore, I cook some real good meals, but I like spiciness because it gives me that flavor that lets me know that even though it's good, you got that little, you know what I'm saying? Because they do have you like that, world. I mean, I'm telling you, the stuff that's been going on this week, wow. This week's topic, ladies and gentlemen, is the disrespect, the deceitfulness, and the distractions, world, that we're seeing every day. And it seems like it's at an alarming increase.
Is turkey in here?
Yeah, smoked turkey. Yesterday, the president took himself down to North Carolina, had a Klan rally meeting, and they down there talking about send her home. Send her back. Like property. Now, from this coming back from the United States of America's government and the president, mind you, the president of the United States, speaking this rhetoric at the rally. But then he tried to back up out of it as if he knew nothing about it. Oh, well, I didn't say it like that, but yes, you did. You pumped them and you hyped them up to be ready for that. And the killing part is the black people that I seen sitting in that audience, what were you doing there? He was speaking all that kind of rhetoric.
They were supporting they
How do you feel comfortable sitting around a bunch of white people in a rally that's saying for your ass
You act
to
like
get
you
up
ain't-
out our country?
So you ain't never met no Uncle Tom?
No. But we need to start having them uncles and aunties to wake up. Now, I seen some older people. They were older people that I was looking at. I didn't see too many young people, but I have middle age.
And you think they gonna wake up now?
But I'm just saying, what, ladies and gentlemen, y'all, somebody give me a call and help me out. 248-429-7224. What makes a person that's a descendant of slaves listen to the rhetoric of a white man that's sitting back talking to the young women of the squad that are coming new into the United States government, and your president doesn't like them? Now, I'm going to say this, and Mr. President, you can take the way you want to. Leave them sisters alone and back up off of them. And especially Rashida Tlaib. See, she Detroit. She lives in Detroit. She represents Detroit, Michigan. So you can back up off that sister, because if you don't, she going to tell you how to back up off of her. Believe that. That's just a friendly little reminder from your man, the nigga, Mr. Sam 44 Man. Just so you know. Because you keep messing with them sisters and they gonna back you up in a corner, player. And let me tell you, Detroit is in the house with her. Now you can keep on at your little Ku Klux Klan rallies. You can go keep on saying what you want to say, but you're gonna back up off that sister right there from the D. And you're gonna back up off the rest of them sisters too. What are you, some type of womanizing bully?
Corrupt. No relation. I want to sing y'all a brand new song I just wrote called Don't Trust Them New Niggas Over There. Sing along if you know the words. Don't trust them new niggas over there, leaving they nigga essence in the air. Them happy nappy head niggas with the fingers on the trigger. Don't trust them new niggas over there. Don't trust them big nostrils over yonder. They suck up so much air it'll make you wonder. Don't trust them new niggas with their spotty little nigga figures. Don't trust them new niggas over there.
And what else can I say to that, world? Huh? Because that's the way it's going down if you really think about it. He's doing everything that he can in his power to try to say that they're here to divide the world.
Damn, this soup good.
Yes, sir. To divide the world. Why are you trying to divide the world?
Why are you trying to ruin my appetite talking about President Stupo?
Because President Stupo making it kind of hard for me to conduct my business appropriately.
Man, if you don't go on with
He gonna make me go underground, and I don't want to go underground on his ass, but I will. White America, watch out. It ain't safe. For the black little white girls. Hey, let me get off into my people before I get off into this anymore. Let me get it out. Shouts out to everybody around the world that's tuning into you, man. Mr. Sam 44 Man. Shouts out to Baby Girl, Sister Word, Motor City Granny from the D, Louise Bryan and Doris Miles from Utica, New York, and Lisa Presley from Manhattan, Leon and Verlene from Dayton, Ohio, Tony, Harlan, LT, Gerald, Martez, Kareem, and Kevin from Cincinnati, Ohio, Valerie Rogan and her daughter in Las Vegas, Nevada, Mark, Bridget, Jayla, and my man Fat Baby that's at my house, but shouts out to y'all out there in Tampa, Florida, Ruby Manuel and Kalia Frazier and Doris Garrett from Atlanta, Georgia, James, Dow, and Tony from Memphis, Tennessee, Brandy and Melanie from Houston, Texas, and Robin from Verizon all the way out there in Los Angeles, California. Hey. And also to my foreign fans out there, shouts out to you, Frank Power from Newfoundland, Canada, Jerry and Jennifer from Dublin, Ireland. Anna and her son Russell from the Philippines. And Baron Smart from Tima, Ghana. All the way out there in Africa. You're tuned in to the Detroit Raw Show live with your man, one only Mr. Sand 44 Man. Thank you for tuning in right here on ventradio.net. And today is Glenn's birthday, y'all. And he enjoying this bean soup that I made. You hearing? With the Slurpees.
I ain't saying.
But it is wonderful, world. You know, I'm thinking about doing this a little something like every week, just to show my creativity in cooking, because I love it. I love cooking. White folks get on my nerve going to cooking, whoop, 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 and I kind of forget about the problems and then start to understand a little bit better by the way my food.
Do you have any
out.
white friends?
No, not one in America. I did, I thought, but they don't keep in touch with me. So that's why I wrote them out of my giving them shots out, because y'all don't even call me and say hi. Or
Maybe they don't call you and say hi because you're always talking about they get on your nerves.
Not all people get on my nerve. Let me get that understood. And I don't want white America to think about that, but to the same degree, let's be honest. Let's be honest. You put us in a bad situation. You don't want to live up to your ancestors' wrongdoings. And so...
Well, hold it right there.
Mm-hmm.
If your great-grandfather did somebody wrong...
Mm-hmm. He was white, mind you.
Would you want to pay the price for his wrongdoing?
For what slavery did
Well, no,
us.
I didn't say slavery. I said if your great-grandfather
Mm-hmm.
had taken a house from someone else,
Mm-hmm.
and then we find out today, in these days and times,
Mm-hmm.
that he really didn't have the right to give you that house because he had taken it from someone.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be willing to give them that house back because you found out that your great-grandfather forged the deed? Just be honest.
I'm going to be honest with you. Yes, I would. I
Would
don't
you?
care if I have to move, because I'm looking at it like this. If my grandfather took it, and say for instance that there were the descendants of the individuals that my grandfather or great-grandfather took that house from. Well, by all right, my great-grandfather did something to their ancestors that I want to just make better, because we took it under false pretenses, and that's not right.
So you would give the property over to
Yes,
those
I would.
people's ancestors?
I would.
Okay.
I mean, because it's only the right thing to do.
Okay.
And especially if I benefited, you got to think, if I benefited all my life off of the backs of these people and what they have done, and I've lived a good life, there's not going to be too much of a complexity for me to, move
Thank you
on.
for the happy birthday comments. I really appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, what's up to everybody out there? You tune in to your man, Mr. Sam 44 Man. Right now, oh man, I got off into this soup. Ooh wee, this soup.
Yeah,
it's
this
plenty,
soup.
man. It's plenty.
This soup is good.
We getting ready to get off into our crimes in the city. Here we go again.
We don't have no crimes in Detroit.
Well, seems like in Brighton they do. A mother's boyfriend in custody after a 1-year-old Brighton boy is taken to the hospital, police say. A 1-year-old Brighton boy is in critical condition after being pushed onto the floor, causing him to strike his head and shaken by his mother's boyfriend, according to authorities. Brighton police were called Tuesday by Child Protective Services to investigate the possible child abuse case. Authorities said the boy was at the Brighton Cove Apartments off of Grand River Avenue on Monday with his mother and her live-in boyfriend. The child was pushed onto the floor 3 times, causing him to hit his head, according to officials. The boy was taken shaken frivolously by his mother, 21-year-old boyfriend, Brighton police said. The child was taken to St. Joseph Woodland and transferred to Children's Hospital on a ventilator, authorities said. Now, this is a damn shame, world. You know, his injuries consist of shaken baby syndrome, medical officials said. He's suffering from seizures and is in critical condition, officials said. The mother's boyfriend cooperated with the police and was taken into custody, police said. He's being held at the Livingston County Jail. Police said the child's mother is pregnant with the boyfriend's child. Can you dig that? Police said the child's mother is pregnant with the boyfriend's child. And she was in the room when the alleged incident happened, but no formal charges have been filed against her at this time, according to authorities. Police are continuing to investigate. Now, you know what, world? That's a damn shame. That's a goddamn shame. Now, she had another child, a 1-year-old, and about to have another child. That child needs to come straight to the police or straight to Child Protective Services as soon as she have it at the hospital.
Why?
You got a 1-year-old that you watched a man abuse your child while you stood there. You think you fit as a mother? And you about to have a newborn?
Was it the child's father?
No, just her boyfriend.
Well, how do we know that she wasn't afraid of the boyfriend beating her as well?
Well, for one, she shouldn't have been, because that's against the law right there. That's almost like, what do they call it? Attempt murder or something like that. You can't beat no pregnant woman.
But you do understand that oftentimes men go off inside of the home and beat on the kids and the woman.
Yes, I'm well aware of that type of activity. But
I guess that's really the time to die, when somebody beating your kid, right?
Well, hell to the yeah. I mean, you know, you couldn't do nothing. I mean, understand that you're pregnant and
Want some
everything.
crackers?
No, I'm good. I understand that you wanted to have him with you, but see, that just goes to show you, ladies, that y'all need to be aware and conscious of the men that y'all have around them. I know that you might be scared, but if they're beating you and you're allowing them to beat you, what you think gonna happen when they have y'all child? Will it be okay? You get the green light? Because you gotta understand, that's another person's child that you're allowing a man to beat on. Don't get me wrong. If a man is taking care of a child, and I still say this, only, and I say only under the conditions that the father is incarcerated or deceased, I would never put my hands on another man's child, and that man is allowed to get the rights to know what his child has done. I just don't do it. Okay? A lot of you do. It's the wrong concept. Because, see, you hit one of my children and they hurt, well, me and you got a problem. Whether you're taking care of them or not, or what have you. Just as a respect to me, let me know what's going on. You understand? Woman accused, huh?
What if you're not in the kid's life?
Well, if I'm not in the kid's life, then que sera, sera. It is what it is. You know. But if I am, give me that much respect. That's all I ask. A woman is accused of using a credit card stolen from a car to make purchases at the Garden City CVS. Baby, why did you do that crazy ass shit? A woman is accused of stealing a credit card from a car, using it to make a purchase at a CVS in Garden City, police said. The woman walked into the CVS store at Ford and Inkster Road in Garden City around 2:10 in the AM. As if they don't have radar. White folks they looking for something. 2 a.m. You should have did it when you was going through busy scheduled day. You might have not have got picked.
She was hungry.
Yeah, I see. Sunday, according to authorities, she used a credit card that has been stolen for about an hour. You know you were supposed to go get that gas and get up out of there. But oops, I guess she didn't get the memo. Before to make a purchase, police said the card had not been reported stolen. So the charges went through, officials said. The woman was about 5 feet 6 inches tall and was wearing pink print pajamas. Stop it, world. Please.
She was hungry and sleepy.
She was she was last seen wearing pink print pajama shorts, gray shoes, and a gray zip hoodie sweatshirt with the hood up. She also wore black framed glasses. Anyone who recognizes this clown is asked to call the Dearborn Heights Police at 313-277-7414. Once again, that number is 313-277-7414. Good luck. I just, wow. See, world, you just can't make this up. You just can't make this up. The world is, oh my God. The world
I'm on
so
fire.
Crazy. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
I didn't say good. I said I'm on fire.
That's right, baby. You will be on fire. I love my suit. I love it. It will open you up and let you know I'm alive and kicking, baby. A Harper Woods teacher guilty of offering. Now, I never had this in school, so y'all probably call me up and tell me what this is about.
Whew. Hard to fight it.
But the Harper Woods teacher is guilty of offering better grades for sex.
What?
What'd you just say, Sandman? I said a Harper Woods teacher is guilty of offering better grades.
He's been found guilty?
Yes, sir. For offering better grades for sex from his students. He gets 5 years of probation. Here he is. He looking crazy. Silly. What do you mean 5 years?
It's a black guy?
Yeah. Can you believe it, world? Brother. They said a Harper Woods teacher who was found guilty earlier this year on accusations that he offered to improve a student's grade in exchange for sex. He will spend 5 years on probation and 3 months in jail. Well, I know some people that'll give you some sex. You ain't gotta make a better grade.
In jail.
You gonna make the grade. Oh, just look at him. And he looks soft.
Did they take his teaching license?
I'm sure they did. Yeah, I'm sure they did. But he looked.
Did he actually have sex with any of the girls?
Let's see. It goes on to say that Charles Penn was convicted by a jury on May 24th of accosting a child for immoral purposes.
Oh, he accosted her, so he didn't have sex with her.
To raise the grade to a B if she performed a sex act on him. She said he told her that if he did an act twice, she would get an A. If she did it twice.
Wow.
So he wanted to pop twice for an A. Wow, she had a B. Damn, what if she did if she had a D or a C?
That is terrible.
This is out cold. Penn was fired from the school district when the student made her accusations, and he had been working as an economic, ladies and gentlemen. See there? Something we need our children to be. An economics teacher when he allegedly made the offer to a 15-year-old girl in June of 2018. Another student said that she heard the exchange and testified during his preliminary hearing back in January and said that he was serious.
That's just terrible.
He told us he was serious, she said, and we weren't blank able. The two girls left the room at the point and told another teacher Penn could have been sentenced to 4 years in prison. Instead, he was sentenced to 5 years probation and 3 months of jail time, which he will be served at the end of his probation. During his sentencing, a judge said that the victim's mother described her child as a conqueror. She said the family also offered him forgiveness and good luck and don't drop the soap. He also has to serve 100 hours of community service, all just to change the grade of a 15-year-old. Let me tell y'all something, ladies and gentlemen. this should be hard for me to do, to the degree that I don't even want to do it. But just to know that this is what's going on in our community and our surrounding areas, as if we don't have enough to deal with. Now, that's just sick. Now I'm gonna show you another crime, which this crime gonna seem like familiarity to another crime. And I want to see if y'all remember. You ready? Water filters are handed out after discovery of lead in Highland Park's tap water. Say that again. Water filters, just like in Flint, are being held out and handed out after the discovery of lead is in the tap water of Highland Park.
Well, where does Highland Park get their water from?
They said hundreds of residents in Highland Park lined up Thursday morning for water filters, the first stage in coping with the newly discovered health hazard. They said Highland Park officials urged residents to get water tested after elevated lead levels were detected. Highland Park Water Department, 9 homes have high levels of lead. Highland Park neighborhood on high alert after a dog attack, and fire crews battle vacant houses with this water. Residents in Highland Park are being urged to get their water tested as soon as possible. The directive comes after a recent round of tests at 36 homes showed elevated level leads in 9 of them. Out of the 2,500 households that were offered free water testing in June, those 36 took the offer. Ladies and gentlemen, this is serious. Out of 2,500 homes in Highland Park. If you know somebody in Highland Park right now, you want to tell them to check me out, or you want to let them know. Sandman said, get your ass up and tell them to test your water, because 2,500 of your households still have elevated lead water levels. What if you have babies? Ladies and gentlemen, you're giving your baby that formula with this elevated lead in the water. 36 homes showed this out of 2,500. That's not even a dent. Get your water tested, ladies and gentlemen. Get it tested for the safety, if not for yourself, but for your family and your loved ones. The city started offering free water filters and bottled water Thursday, which is today. Started offering free water filters and bottled water Thursday. A line formed nearly an hour before they opened the doors. An hour before they opened the doors, these people were already lined up. And today in Detroit, it was over 100 degrees. It was over 100 degrees. Now, lifelong Highland Park resident Anthony Forster didn't just come for himself. You see, my arms are full. That's because I'm here for 2 family flats. Forsyth said the problem is where we're waiting in line in the sun. And I'm worried about the other elderly people and the building where people can't get out. The city is also providing other information such as when to flush your tap water, for how long, and most importantly, getting the blood checked of your children that are under 6 years old. So right now, you want to get your children checked out right now if you live in the city of Highland Park, and especially if they're under the age of 6 years old. You want to make sure you get them down to the Wayne County Health Department. The Highland Park Mayor, Uber Yoop, said it's not the only lead problem on their hands. Community has received money from the Department of Housing and Urban Development to deal with the lead-based paint. The elevated lead levels have residents feeling conflicted about the inconveniences it's creating in and for their daily lives. It's upsetting, one resident said. We should have known about this much sooner. We don't know what damage it might have done to us, but I'm glad they got it taken care of. And I got what I need for the time being. So how long they gonna go without this water? We don't know. The Highland Park Summer Youth Program is volunteering, helping the fire department with filtration distributions of the water. And the state is providing filters free of charge, and the fire department will have them available for Highland Park residents Monday through Friday. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Monday through Friday. If you have anybody that's living out there in Highland Park, you want to let them know that they need to go to get their free filters free of charge at any fire department, and they will have them available for the Highland Park residents Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Wow. If you live in Highland Park and want your tap water tested, give them a call at 313-865-1876. Once again, that number is 313-865-1876. And get your kids by any means necessary, ladies and gentlemen. Get your children tested. They are just now releasing this. You don't know how long your babies have been drinking this water. And if they're under 6 years old, you definitely want to get them tested. Okay? Just make sure that you get that checked out. And I'm going to throw this on the national news, and I'm going to throw this last one under just an entertainment news thing. An 86-year-old woman was arrested in 1984. That was arrested in 1984 of murdering her husband after a cold case is reopened. A Texas sheriff says an 84-year-old woman has been arrested for the murder of her husband in 1984, and it was a real reality TV show that helped crack the cold case. Leon County Sheriff Kevin Ellis said Wednesday that the arrest last week of Norma Albritron was aided by the program Cold Justice, a reality-based television show where investigators dig up unsolved cold cases. This truly was a team effort, Ellis told the Palestinian Herald Press. Tuesday with the cold case, I don't think that I could have progressed the way we had, but they also couldn't have done it without their LCSO staff. This picture of the 84-year-old grandmom is right here. Yes, she is an old white lady. Grandma's gonna lay down for about a little while, and she was arrested July 1st on the murder charges in the 1984 shooting death of her husband. The arrest of Albritron marks the show's 44th arrest, according to the Cold Justice producers. The Leon County Sheriff's Office said that Johnny Albritron was found murdered in his home in 1984 outside Buffalo, Texas, 100 miles southeast of Dallas. An intense investigation was conducted, reviewing all possible labels. The Palestinian Herald reported that Albritron was scheduled to take a polygraph test for a few weeks for her husband's death, but allegedly shot it down herself on accident, and the polygraph test was never rescheduled because she allegedly shot herself by accident. She ain't shoot her damn self by accident. She just messed up and didn't hit the right month. You know what I'm saying? The case was revisited in 2015 by sheriff's investigators, and the new evidence later forwarded to the TV show, but Ellis declined to disclose just exactly what evidence was presented that eventually led to the indictment of Norma Albritron on the murder charges. Leon County Sheriff's Office posted about the case on their Facebook page, saying that Leon County grand jury returned an indictment for the charge of the murder, and the arrest warrant was issued, and Norma was taken into custody by the investigators July 1st of 2019. Wow, Grandma, that's pretty scandalous. You was a killer. You was a killer out there. See that? 84 years old. Don't get it twisted. I'm 84 years old. Grandma out there killing her husband. I can't believe it. Now, you all know that I've been telling y'all about this craziness that's going on out here with these people going in the grocery stores and licking ice cream and then putting it back in the freezer and digging their hands in ice cream and eating it live and putting it back in the freezer. I even seen one girl open a bottle of mouthwash, put the mouthwash in her mouth, rinsed her mouth with the mouthwash, spit the mouthwash right back into the container, tighten it up, and put it right back on the shelf. What the hell is going on, world? Yeah. I can't hear you. What you say? It was on Facebook. It was on Facebook. The girl took the mouthwash off the shelf.
Here in the city of Detroit?
I don't know where it was.
Oh.
I don't know where it was. But she took the mouthwash off the shelf, swallowed it, rinsed her mouth, spit it right back into the container, put the top back on the container, and put it on the shelf while they were rolling. And I said, you know, world, what kind of society fucking do we live in? We don't know who these people are, what kind of disease. See, the things that we present, and we present stupidity that makes somebody mentally ill, that's walking around with full-blown AIDS, HIV, or any contagious disease that you would never even know that's on your ice cream or that's in your mouthwash that you never ever suspected. Wouldn't that be a hell of a thing? What's next? The fucking meat? The fish? What they gonna do? Start sticking IVs in the eggs? What's next? We gotta take risks just to go to a grocery store. Wow. So in this story, it says the girl who licked a tub of Bluebell ice cream and put it back has been identified by police. The ice cream with a side of influenza. What did you just say? The ice cream with a side of influenza. Okay. Y'all know what that is. That was one woman's goal, which was can tell from a recent viral video of her licking the top of a gallon of Bluebell's tin roof ice cream before placing it back in the freezer. It all started when Twitter user Optimus Primal posted the 9-second clip with the caption, "What kind of psychiatric behavior is this, world?" Huh? The word collectively said sane. Who was this human? Which grocery store had she made this scene for dairy destruction? See what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? How would you know if your ice cream been licked? How would you know if your mouthwash been messed with? How would you know? How would you know? How would you know? How would you know?
It's impossible to know.
So now we got to take chances.
We've been taking chances.
Not like this.
Well,
Not like this. People walking up there licking ice cream and then putting it back in the freezer. What the hell kind of what?
But that's nothing new, man.
But see, that's that social media shit.
Yeah, and it's nothing new. It's
That's what that is.
People can record things and put it in your face, but folks been doing terrible, nasty things. I mean, look at how many people have been arrested that work in the fast food industry.
Like I showed y'all that video of that girl over there at Checkers that dropped the bun, wiped it on the floor, went on the mayonnaise, put it on the bun, contaminated the mayonnaise, put it right back in the mayonnaise after she'd rubbed the bun on the floor, then made the sandwich. Now, if you'd have came back, all your mayonnaise would have been contaminated.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You're saying it as if this is something new. We've always had, when it comes to eating other people. I mean, if you go to someone's house for dinner, well, you don't really know if they're a clean cook.
Yeah.
You don't know that.
Yeah. And that'd be the first thing that I look at. Like, oh, is them dirty dishes and you about to cook a meal? Hell to the no. I'm good. You know, that's one of your sanctuaries, your kitchen. Got no filthy kitchen. But then I do know some people that will have cereal sitting on the table. Oh, the roaches climbing all around it. It's just, and they say, hey man, you want something to eat? Hell no, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, but I'm good. You know. But this here, ladies and gentlemen, Bluebell let his customers know that they had seen the video and they were working to find out the ice cream culprit. This type of incident would not be tolerated, and the company continued. Food safety is a top priority, and we work hard to improve the safety of product and maintain the highest level of confidence from our consumers. I'm through, y'all. Cut that, Glenn. I'm good.
Are you mad now?
No, I'm not.
You mad about your?
I'm
you
not
mad
mad
about your own report?
No. I'm not mad. This is what I'm disgusted about. You see that, world? This is what I'm disgusted about. See that? See that, girl? Now, how many fools might be doing that right now in your city, in your state? How does that feel to know that you might want to go get some ice cream tonight, but there's that damn possibility that somebody might have been just this fucking nasty, and that's your ice cream? Can you imagine?
So what are you advocating that should happen? I mean,
this is what I mean, just as a safety measure, I would say to the ice cream company industry out there, secure your ice cream.
But you can't just say it to the ice cream industry. You have to say it to everything that we eat.
Well, but with that kind of thing, at least you know that if there's not that little band, I think Breyers does it.
Yeah, Breyers does it.
Yeah, that have that seal around it. Mm-hmm. Then you know that if that seal broke, I ain't messing with it.
Right.
Because it's probably been tampered with. Okay. But these other ice creams, you got Strohs, all kind of different people. You can just pull it up, lick it, and
yeah, but to just say ice cream is that you're saying that as if people can't do it to other perishable items. So we should have some kind
well, we should have some type of regulatory thing on like fresh fruits, vegetables, because
a lot of times fresh fruit are just sitting in the produce department.
Yeah,
they know some of it's not even wrapped.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. What if a cat comes up hypodermic needle?
So how do you
protect that?
Yeah, how do you protect that?
Well, and even, you know, my thing is, even if you built something that couldn't be penetrated, that you could like cover the product with, but somebody gonna come up with something to try to tamper with it.
You know, people can use a hypodermic syringe.
Right.
And inject something into some food.
It's just...
Hell, I think you tried to kill me with this hot ass.
It's just the fact that when you know society is doing this, you see it firsthand.
Well, the good thing
is... We never grew up doing nothing like that, man.
Well,
never.
You can't say that, man, because you don't know.
Do you really think people was walking around here licking ice cream, like that? We was stealing it.
No, man. You just want to believe in your mind that your era was better than another era. But we did things as kids that was nasty and terrible to do. Kids do terrible, retarded stuff growing up.
Yeah.
You just don't want to think back and think that you might have bit down into a peach or something and some little kid hadn't peed on it.
No. This is one lesson that I really learned when I was a kid, and y'all heed me now because y'all need to hear this. This is my man's. We was clowns. He had a joint already rolled up. Ladies and gentlemen, hear me now. Hear me. Anybody that's approached with something rolled up, he said, Sam, want to smoke some weed? Yeah, hell yeah. So got this big fat stogie. Put up to my lips. Told him, give me the light. Getting ready to light it. Got it coming straight to it. He slapped it out my mouth. I said, what the hell you do that for? He's like, watch out, fool. Put the joint down on the stair of my stairway. lit that, would have blew up straight in my face.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, if you ever roll something up and say you want to hit this, best to believe you was the one gonna hit it first, and I want you to hit it a couple of more times before I even think about hitting it. Cause see, I ain't gonna have no bang bang up in my face, and that taught me a valuable, very. Just suppose he was just a nutcase to just let it go.
Mm-hmm.
I would totally be disfigured right now.
Maybe.
I mean, no, maybe to it, man. I wouldn't have no lips good. I'm gonna tell you that.
I didn't know you had no lips right from the beginning.
I wouldn't have had no lips good. I'm telling you, because
No.
I took it for granted that.
Yeah,
Nothing
but that's
was
what
gonna
I'm
happen.
saying. You know, it's not like we haven't been dealing with racism and things that cause other people to do terrible things to us in this country. We've been dealing with that. It's nothing new. So you can't say what has and hasn't happened. I mean, it's like kind of like I don't like being out with a woman and she's steady making a fuss with the damn waitress in the restaurant.
Mm,
I think that's just stupid.
mm.
If you feel like you're not being serviced properly, get up and leave.
move. Right.
But to keep going back and forth with somebody that's handling your food, I think that's just really stupid.
Yeah, it's really reckless. Yes, it is, because you're right. You can just walk out. You don't have to stand there and take it. Like they was talking about the people at the restaurant, C.J. Barrymore, and they talking about the people, black people were asked to get up and move because some white people wanted to sit down.
I mean, even
I don't have a
girls,
problem.
even girls that you may have messed with at some point in time in life, you know, might get mad at you and spit in your plate.
Ooh. I hope no boo-boo out there that ever been with me
But
did
can,
that to
but,
me.
but can you say that she didn't? You can't. Because we just...
That's why I cook, ladies and gentlemen. You hear what he just said? That's why I cook.
But guess what? We just don't expect people to act like that. But I guarantee you, some of these women are that crazy.
Mm.
They get mad at you because you stayed out all night and you go in, fix me a plate, baby. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
I'll fix you a
I
plate.
heard about the
Yeah.
that tart spaghetti sauce.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah. No, sir. I got to cook it myself. Boo boo, no, don't worry about it. I got you. Let me cook. No, I want to cook. Oh, well, let me stand over here and sit back and watch you cook. Shit, fuck that. I'm not getting caught up. Hey, if anybody if anybody looking for any karaoke or bingo this weekend, you are more than invited to the drag queen events in Metro Detroit.
The drag queen events.
Yes, sir. The drag queen karaoke will take place July 19th, which is starting off the kickoff tomorrow. You can go to prestigehallaapp.com/drag queen karaoke.
What the hell?
The Prestige Banquet Hall in Allen Park is hosting drag queen karaoke with Whitney Naomi and Vander Vixen on Friday, July 19th. A dinner will be served. You got me fucked up at 8 to 9 p.m. and the show will start immediately afterwards. Get your tickets right now for all y'all that steers and want to be queers. And they have the drag queen game night, August 9th. And that's on facebook.com/events. And you can check that out, Drag Queen Game Night. One night Stan's Comedy and Club at Stan's Comedy Club is where you want to be on Friday, August 9th for the Drag Queen Game Night. Kara Concia and Crystal will be hosting the event and festivities, which include games, drink specials. Grab your tickets.
Also, we got coming up the Grown Folks Nation Live. Grown Folks Nation Live, you all, which is a members only situation. And we'll be getting together on Friday nights after work. It'll be a ballroom contest, karaoke singing, and just partying and having a good time. We're going to do that over at the Right Choice Banquet Hall over on Gratiot. but you have to be a member to attend. And if you want to join the Grown Folks Nation live, you can hit me up, and I'll go over the rules with you and tell you how to obtain your membership, and we'll be going from there. Okay?
How much is a membership?
Membership is, well, the way that we're looking at it right now in terms of cost with the people that we expect to join up, memberships are going to be $100, and memberships will entitle you to food and drinks, no admission price to get in, and we're going to build it up from there.
All right.
Yep, memberships will be $100. I know y'all saying, wow. Well, no, wow, nothing, because that's not high, because you'll be able to get your drink on, get your eat on, and have a good time with other members, people that are like-minded, that you know, and it'll be a networking situation as well, so we're going to encourage everybody to do business with one another, and we're going to have some ballroom contests where you can win money, karaoke contests where you can actually win money, but we thought that it would be a better idea to make it exclusive and members only.
Well, you see it. Y'all heard it right here on your man, the one and only Mr. Sam 44 Man. And those of you that still want to get out there with the drag queens, got the drag queen story hour and bingo benefit August 25th. And that's in Ferndale. So sit your reservations out there. The official drag queen story hour will take place out there. And also the drag queen bingo will take place on the 14th and the 28th.
I know you're going to play bingo.
Man, I don't play bingo even with the senior citizens. I don't do it. Don't do it. But, I just goes to show you how the world is changing. Now we got events where we're talking about drag queen events, and it's just... wow. I mean, it's already too much, just as I was talking about, what we're going through here right now, all this disrespect, all this deceitfulness, all these distractions, all this is just put in our faces, and we act as if we don't know.
Have you ever been to a drag queen show?
One time I seen it.
They're very entertaining.
Yeah, that they are. Yes, that they are. I seen a parade.
They're very entertaining. Those shows.
Yeah, that they are. And I was like, wow. But I mean, we got so much. We got the disrespect of the Latinos and Black people. We got the disrespect to anybody that tends to go against the Aryan nation, white Aryan, Anglo-Saxon, evangelist type of people that see America as pure white. You're off your meds. Get a new prescription, because the world is not going to go back to all white again. You're going to have to kill every black person on the planet Earth. You're going to have to kill every migrant, every Latino. That ain't going to happen like that, because our little kids ain't built for that, because they damn fools too. Just so you understand. Because I'm going to tell you, Mr. President, and I'm going to tell you straight up, stay the fuck away from Rashida. Leave her alone. She represent Detroit, Michigan, and leave them other sisters alone, because you weak. You got your wife running around there while you just out there. This is the very same president. This is the very same attitude with them old fogey stogies that said, I'm not going to impeach him. I'm going to let him do whatever he wants. But if it would have been Obama, what would your ass be saying? What would you be saying if it was Obama that was out here like that? Talking about hatredness, talking about, yeah, black folks, strap up and get ready to kill these white folks. What would you just say? Get them up out of here. Throw them up out of here. That man says that rhetoric, and then he backs up, and then y'all just condone it. As if it's nothing that he did wrong. Just like you walk around this world and act like that your shit don't stink. You know y'all wrong. You know you stole. You know your ancestors stole. We black folks carved this country while you run your asses out talking about you been working on the damn railroad. What railroad? We was out there working in them cotton fields out there in 100-degree weather while you sat on the porch. Who was selling us by the boatloads? You telling me about Latinos stacked on top of stacks of people that's coming into this country? What about the stacks of people that you force to come to this country? Why aren't we talking about that, America? See, when it comes to us, it's like, oh, get over it. Forget about it. But you don't tell them firemen that ran under 9/11 and they got all this inhaling and all these respiratory diseases that they're dying from. You don't tell them to get over it. We are the only people on the face of the earth that been kicked in the head, stumped, burned, lynched, cut our penises off, and raped our women, separate our children, and don't nobody have nothing else to say but about everybody else's damn cause.
Campaign rally last night in North Carolina that drew raucous applause from the crowd and a chant based on the president's racist tweet.
Tonight I have a suggestion for the hate-filled extremists who are constantly trying to tear our country down. They never have anything good to say. That's why I say, hey, if they don't like it, let them leave. Let them leave. Omar has a history of launching vicious anti-Semitic screeds.
You can hear it there, the crowd chanting, "Send her back." We're talking about Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. She was born in Somalia, but she is an American citizen. She has lived here since she was a young teenager. Omar responded on Twitter with a picture of her in Congress and wrote this: "I am where I belong, at the people's house, and you're just going to have to deal with it." Major Garrett joins us from Washington. Major, you have seen plenty of these Trump rallies. Did the scene last night surprise you?
See that? You got to get over it. You're going to have to get over it. And that's that mentality, that old fogey stogie. You know, all them old cats. All of them. But you know what? We're going to get back on them old fogey stogies when I get back here. I'm covering over the hour. Glenn, let's set us up for Artist of the Week. You got somebody in mind?
Yeah, we got new material. We got a new record that is going to be released this week on the Street Noise label, and it's called Set It Off. Loose Cannon featuring Braysha Taylor. And this is kind of hot one. As a matter of fact, I want y'all to rate this record from 1 through 10 and tell me how you feel about this record. Okay? And we're going to start it off with Set It Off, and we'll catch you on the other side. How about that? All right?
All right. Detroit Raw Live right here. ventradio.net.
Today and tomorrow, the best of soul. R&B. Jazz. And hip-hop. It's Vent Radio.
Yeah, I rock with you, but it's money on my mind. I took a jump off Love Bridge and almost died. Say that you love me, you gon' stay right by my side. We going back and forth like we do suicides. I think it's time for you to be a better girl. You fuck with him, hey, don't know what's better, girl. Take off your top, like my coupe, yeah, you're special, girl. The way you move it, yeah, you know God, I'm bless you, girl. Call me when you want. I be in them streets, we ain't gotta take out, get some Uber Eats. Tell me all your dreams while we cuddle in the sheets. Touching on this, baby, you're a freak. Now who you talking to when you say you're leaving? No, we ain't through, baby girl, you're tweaking. I can make your love come down, how you leaking. 8 Fox with a dab of a little Jada Pinkett, she gon' set it off. Set it off, baby, 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 gon' set it off.
I love the way You make me feel the love you bring is so real.
Set it off, baby, gon' set it off. Set it off, baby, gon' set it off.
I know you like it when I write it. Stay inside it all night and yeah, it be good for the time that it lasts. Can you be good, make me happy, make me glad. You wanna steal me on my knees, crawling and asking, now I'm fucking up the sheets. I just wanna know, are you down to ride? Yeah, cause I can talk my shit, really set it off in this bitch. Don't be playing me like I'm a regular basic ass bitch. Cause I can love on you like a woman's supposed to. Let me show you, I can love on you, give you all you need. No questions, baby, I fulfill your needs.
I can make your love come down, how you leaking. A-Fox with a dab of a little Jada Pinkett.
We gon' set it off.
Set it off, baby, gon' set
Set
it
it
off.
off.
Set it off, baby, gon' set it off. Set it off, baby, gon' set it off. Set it off, baby, gon' set it off.
I like the way you feel the love you bring is so real.
Set it off, baby, gon' set it off. Set it off, baby, gon' set it off.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? This your man Charlie C. Always remember to hold on to your dreams. I always held on to mine. See, all my life I've been up and down, trying to find my way to create a sound. And then one day I began to say these words this way: never give up, reach for what you want. Never give up, believing that I can. Never give up on your dreams, keep your faith and believe. Never give up.
Tuned in to Detroit Raw Live. You're listening to my man Charlie Coates in the background. That's his new one. And this is Dre Sconey. East Side Baby. We'll be right back with Sam 44 Man.
Come through really early, coming knocking at my door. She know I want to love it, so I open up that door. You got her inside, baby. She know how to hold me down. Yeah, yeah. And when I'm with my baby, I don't want another one around. I don't need another girl around. Nobody. Chilling with my baby. She know what I want. I ain't gotta hesitate with that shit. I know I ain't gotta front no. I just want my loving. Fresh out the oven, baby. Hold me down. Yeah. And when I'm with my baby, I don't wanna show around. Yeah. Nobody, babe. Nobody. Nobody, babe. I don't wanna show around. And when I'm with my baby, she know how to hold me down. Oh, no, no.
That's Mr. Dre Sconey, y'all. East Side Baby.
Let me hear you say, hey, Miss Carter.
Don't y'all love my granddaddy?
What's up, world? It's your man, the one and only Mr. Sand 44 Man. Tune in every Thursday to Detroit Raw Live right here on VentRadio.net.
Y'all know he's the man.
That's right. What's up, world? It's your man, the one and only Mr. Sand 44 Man. Seen and heard around the world right here on Detroit Raw Live. Where at, Sandman? Well, right here on VentRadio.net. That's where you're tuned in to the second half of the hour of the Detroit Raw Live with your man, the one and only Mr. Sand 44 Man. How y'all doing, world? We were just talking on the last part of the hour about the disrespect and the deceitfulness and distractions in where we are seeing happening in our United States government. You know, it's all being warmed over again if you really want to take a good look at it. How everybody else's cause is being addressed. Everybody, oh my God, this is so horrible. All those people, they're being stacked on top of each other. Okay, but we had that history once before, right? We had that history once before. And when we had that history once before, everybody ignored it. Just like now. It's not important. But you want us to cast our votes for you come next year, September. And see, this is the time that I've been telling y'all that you need to see who your candidates are. You black people that's going straight out Republican, which I don't understand why. What's on your mind? What they gonna do for you?
What the Democrats gonna do?
What anybody gonna do?
Right.
How about that?
So what difference does it make?
But you know what they stand for.
No, I really don't.
Yeah, they stand for white nationalism.
And Democrats don't?
Sometimes I wonder.
Well, I don't wonder. I know that they do. You just want to believe that they don't.
So sometimes I look at them like even with Joe Biden. All right, I still say between the two of the lesser evils, that's where we have to judge ourselves.
The only difference is, man, Trump putting it in your face.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
So would you rather have it in your face and know it, or would you rather have somebody behind the curtain? That's the choices you got.
And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I told y'all that many, many times. I'd rather know that you're a racist to know where and how to deal with you as a racist than to be around you acting as if you're not a racist. But let me ask y'all this, though. Everybody that's in North Carolina today that was at the rally, and you're black, you didn't go to the rally last night. You ain't with the rally. But your boss went to the rally. How's your life going today? Did it seem a little bit more stressful on the job than it did yesterday?
No.
You sure?
No. Because that's been their boss.
Yeah, it's been their boss, but boss pumped up right now.
No, he ain't. He doing what he been doing.
He ready to send him back home.
Man, you just got it all. I'm going to show you right now. Here's a black man speaking about your president. Actually, he works for your president.
Let me hear this fool.
A conversation with reporters on the White House lawn right now due to rain, but he did go on about the political fight that's happening between him and his tweets over the weekend and the 4 congressional females, also known as the Squad. So we got to bring in some of the experts, one of them being joining us right now, the Housing and Urban Development Secretary, Ben Carson. So, Mr. Secretary, we just heard him speak now, but overall, we know that the House did condemn his comments as racist. Do you think the president's tweets were racist?
Not at all. You know, I've known the president for some time, and I've never seen any indication of that whatsoever. You know, he lived in New York for a long time. Jesse Jackson gave him an award for the work that he's done in the black community. I remember the very first time I met the president at Mar-a-Lago before we were into the political arena. And someone came up to him and said, Mr. Trump, Rod Stewart is here. And he said, yeah, but this is Ben Carson. I mean, that's the kind of person that he is. And that's the kind of person I've always known him to be. You know, his interest is in everybody doing well. And the policies are such that a rising tide floats all boats. And you can see that. The manifestation is so clear, you know, in terms of the unemployment rate, particularly for minorities.
Yeah, but that's not what we were talking about. We're talking about whether his tweets were racist or not. I understand the policies are great and the economy is doing well, but this is a question of racism.
Yeah, well, the place where that intersects is because he is spending so much time and energy with policies that elevate the very people that they are claiming that he is against. That's my point.
Secretary Carson, thank you very much for joining us. Question for you. Do you think that these 4 women, these young women in Congress, the so-called Squad, do they represent minority thinking, or in particular, do they represent the view that a lot of people in the African American community have of President Trump? Or is that community open to the idea that his policies, higher wages, the things that are happening economically that are good for African Americans are more important than these tweets and these sort of battles that he gets in?
Yeah, I think you're exactly right in that it's the impact. It's what's actually happening. It's much more important than the arguments that we get into when we try to parse every word and try to interpret them. You know, it's an interesting thing. Psychologists will tell you this. If a person thinks that you don't like them or that you hate them, then everything you say they will interpret in that light. And if they think you love them, everything you say they will interpret in that light. And it can be exactly the same thing.
That's your man. That's a black man. That's Ben Carson, Dr. Ben Carson, the brain surgeon.
And did you see how
That was easy.
it was for him to just sit up there and just say, what? Just so I don't see nothing wrong. I don't see nothing he said wrong. Everybody, see, that is what we call in Black America a straight up uncle. You understand? Because
why is he your uncle?
Because any time that you can be blind to the fact of what he is saying and what he's addressing and the way that he's portraying it, you only timing because you got your position.
Well, let me ask you this. If Donald Trump is pro-white people, does that necessarily mean that he hates black people?
It doesn't mean that he hates black people. It's just the way that when it comes down to the way he addresses the black issue is where I have the problem. Like when he was talking about
what did your last
happened.
president do to address the black issue?
Well, you know nothing, but but you know,
so you don't like Donald Trump's rhetoric?
I don't like the fact that he's out here putting it out where.
So you want him to be nice?
No, I don't even care if he would be nice.
If he would be nice, you would think that he liked you then?
No, I really don't care about his friendship. My thing is, if you're supposed to lead the free world and you want people to follow you, you can't go beating up on the people that's weaker, less underprivileged.
Which president hasn't?
But I'm not saying that it's not.
Which president hasn't? Name me one president
all of them like
that did something to help black people. Name me one. I'll wait.
I will say Jimmy did a little something.
What did he do?
He did have those programs, CETA and YIP programs for the black kids when they got out of school for the summer. I would say about Jimmy Carter. And that's how far I can go back to remember because I used to work those jobs, the CETA and the YIP programs. It gave an opportunity for kids when they got out of high school or school, they had jobs.
We've had 55 presidents.
Yeah. I mean, you said one. That's the only one I can think of. Anybody else?
Well, I was here in America when Jimmy Carter was president.
Yeah.
I don't remember him or any other president in my lifetime doing anything that benefited black people.
I disagree with that because he did have those programs. Where are they now?
There have always been programs.
No. I'm talking about the programs like CETA, YIP, those programs where kids got out of urban, I should say, kids got out of school and they had a job to go to. I don't even really see the police cadets anymore.
But summer jobs and stuff is basically regulated by the different states.
Well, the CETA and the YIP programs, they were federal.
The
CETA and the YIP programs, they were federal government jobs.
Okay, so
But they stopped them.
I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
But they stopped them.
Okay, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Do y'all remember those programs?
Jimmy Carter had summer jobs for the kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
I had a summer job.
Clinton.
I couldn't
can't
buy.
even say
I
that.
couldn't even get a pair of Chuck Taylors.
Yeah.
At the end of the work week.
Yeah.
And they worked you like a dog.
Yeah. I think the minimum wage was like $2.50.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, $2.50.
So that's not
that was crumbs.
Close to slavery.
That was crumbs. But for a little cat that's in junior high school, you know what I'm saying? It was a little my money. I worked for it.
But you gave up more work than you got money for.
Yeah.
That's not work.
Yeah. Speaking of working, what is it, Sterling Heights or Shelby Township? One of these suburban cities, I believe it's Shelby County, that has a police cadet with all white children starting at age 12. They're teaching them police tactics. They're teaching them police rules and laws. And they're teaching them how to apprehend suspects. Isn't that a good conditioning just to get them Aryan Nation kids started off early? So while our kids are out there learning how to run into buildings and snatch Hennessy bottles and cigarettes, these kids are learning how to kill your black ass when they roll up on you. Isn't that quite interesting in the United States of America, in this state of Michigan, that there is an all-white cadet school for junior police?
There are thousands of all-white schools for cadet everything.
Why is the big push for these white kids to get into this police force thing? We don't see that like that in the black community. Like I said, I have not seen a police cadet kid this summer at all. I haven't seen them yellow shirts or nothing. And they used to walk down the street. They used to walk down my neighborhood. I haven't seen them at all. All the programs that we have for our children always get cut. And then when they get cut, our kids don't have anywhere to go. The playgrounds are a wreck. No one wants to come and help. And this is just the demise of our community. And then when you put on top of it, the community is a total train wreck. But then some high-priced developer comes in, alleviate and knock down, levitate the whole community, and then come up with a housing project where you can't even afford to live.
So, do you have a recommendation as to what should happen?
I think that the people that have been living in these demolished communities where these houses have been demolished and what have you, or they're just living in a despicable area. First of all, there should be some type of laws and there should be some type of suits that are filed. A lot of these landlords have been collecting rent from residents that have lead in their homes. Some children have been sickened by the lead in these homes. And now you have the landlords wanting to come in and put these people out just so they can renovate the place so they can bring their children in there.
So if you were the person in charge, what would you do to change these things?
Well, you got to have some type of fair zoning, first of all. You can't just put people in certain red line areas. Like, you know, when I go to certain places around the country, I see diversity. Like when I go to New York, I'll see some white and black living together. I can go to Cincinnati, I'll see white and black living together. I see different people in different states where the white and black live together.
So you think
this is like the only place that I know where the whites stay in a certain area and the blacks stay in a certain area?
Well, I don't know where you've been, but I see that all over America.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some segregated places in America and other cities. I'm just saying it's just not so prevalent like it is in Detroit. You know, it's like,
well, it may be
they all live on the same income level, white and black, but it's like in Detroit, the only people that's coming down to Detroit that's enjoying Detroit is the suburbians that either one have some residence that they have their children in where they can come and stay, and two, where they're either living downtown. The average house or the average apartment downtown is every bit of $1,500 or more. Who can afford that? They have no low housing. And then if they do have low housing, they give you this big encyclopedia to fill out to discourage you, one. And then you got to go through the system to determine if you are even eligible to go, because you could be making too much unemployment, or you could be making too much SSI or aid. So, there's just a lot of redlining going on, and people are not realizing it, and they're just telling people and walking them away. They're not opening the doors like that they're trying to say, because they're supposed to. When they made that riverfront, they had a campaign. They said that they were supposed to take the low budget, low income people and also give them a chance to live there. But it's not seeming like that.
It ain't seeming like that because it ain't like that.
Right. So,
but
when can we participate? I mean, we jump and say that this is our city.
Why are you participating? Why do you? I ask people all the time, why are you supporting downtown Detroit? And they say because it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nice looking, but I mean,
you ain't never seen nothing nice looking before?
Yeah.
A Bentley is nice looking too.
I done been to other states and cities, yeah. But, it's just...
But my point is this.
It's no good if I'm not a part of it.
Well, you can't complain about it if you're not going to be part of the change.
It's like this, where the suburbians will come to the city and say, for instance, you want to take your family.
It was built for the suburbanites.
Down to whatever.
It was revitalized for the suburbanites.
Yeah, and the prices economically reflect that. I mean, if you want to take your family to a Tigers game, for instance, now if you come downtown and you park, you're going to spend anywhere between $40, $60, even sometimes I've seen them at $80 just to park.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell got $80 for one just to park? Then you got to get the tickets if you don't have those. They high as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the food.
So what does that? But what does that mean?
It means if you ain't got it, don't come.
Exactly.
And I look at the stadiums and I go and I take my children and participate. I've took my children, my grandchildren, and I just let them see how.
But if you support,
they live so differently.
But if you supporting it, how are you going to turn around and have a problem with what they're doing?
Well, I'm not saying so much I'm just supporting that. It's like, I shouldn't be denied the opportunity to enjoy a game. It's just the fact that when I enjoy a game,
there's not the only games around.
It's outstanding. It's economically it's a train wreck.
Okay, but how can you go down there and spend your money and patronize somebody that the ultimate goal is for you not to be there?
Well, that's kind of difficult because that's like you saying that if you and your wife wanted to go to a concert, why would you go?
No, it's not. Because if I felt that a concert was not for me and had me in mind, I'm not going. Period.
Like this white group and the the OJs or something is supposed to be together in concert.
No, that's the Temps and the Righteous Brothers.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So something like that. What?
Something like that. What?
You'd go. Righteous Brothers and Temps.
I don't like the Righteous Brothers.
Okay, so how does that work out?
I ain't going.
No. I'm just saying, how does that work out for diversity? I should say
it's not for diversity. It's to make money.
Oh, okay. So we got the old people over here that like the Temps, and
no,
then we got other people over here.
No,
that
the same people that are Temptations fans could actually like the Righteous Brothers because the Temptations have a bigger white following than they do black. They always have.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Gordy designed his company to run that way.
Mm-hmm.
Motown music is not black music.
So what these cats living off of? Royalties? Or when they go to these concerts, they really cashing them out then too?
They cashing them out. The Temptations work almost every day of the year.
Them old cats working every day?
Almost, yeah. They have a catalog of hits. They are part of the Motown sound.
So what about everybody else?
It just depends on their catalogs. If they have hit catalogs, then they're going to make money.
I ain't heard Diane do nothing lately.
Diane was here last summer and sold Shane Park out for 3 nights. What do you mean?
Oh, when she came in here, I must have been out of town when she came up here.
No,
I
she sold this thing out.
I remember when she was down there in Memphis. I mean, not in Memphis. She was down there in Cincinnati, and somebody even hit my goddamn car going to their damn concert. Hit my truck on the freeway of all places.
But Diana Ross,
Diana Ross concert.
Diana Ross has a huge white following.
So, do you necessarily need a large white following in order for you to make it?
It depends on what you call making it.
Could you go with just a all black following and make it just like a white person?
People do it every day.
Okay. And
Prince was a black man.
Yeah. But he had a lot of followers that was just in the type of music that he was in.
He had a lot of followers in all races.
Because he had just a little bit of that kind of funk, rock and roll, all that combined, and that's what attracted the white folks, you know.
Yeah.
So especially when he made "Let's Go Crazy," and so I mean, I guess you could,
but the point is when you go pop, you make more money.
Yeah.
There are more people that listen to pop than R&B.
And a lot of people don't know that. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. It's a lot of people that go for more pop than R&B. But who else tried to get into the rock thing? Wasn't that Run DMC?
Not really. They did a collaboration
Walked his way
with a rock band.
I can't believe this fool. He said that the president don't care about nothing like that. He said Mick Jagger was in the room and the president still paid me attention. And that's the kind of stand-up asshole guy he is. You know? And when you listen to that type of rhetoric, you say to yourself, you scratch yourself on the head and you say, damn, he's supposed to be leading HUD. What has he done for HUD?
He ain't supposed to be leading. He leading it.
How? Deceitfully?
Because Donald Trump said he could.
What? Distraction? What? This is just one thing. Just tell me one thing he's done.
You ain't got to
for HUD.
Forget about what
since
he's done.
Since he was with HUD.
Forget about what he's done. It's of no consequence what he's doing.
But what is he doing? He just sitting there collecting a check?
He doing the same thing you would be doing if you had the opportunity to do it.
Just being up there collecting a check.
He's doing the same thing that you would be doing if you had the opportunity to do it.
Nah, man. I'm not like that.
So you mean to tell me
I help people.
Wait a minute. If you mean to tell me that if you had an opportunity to have his job making $200,000-$300,000 a year, you would turn it down?
No.
Oh,
but I would really do something with it.
You can't do nothing other than what your boss tells you to do.
Well, then me and him might have to bump heads from here.
How you gonna bump heads with your boss? You can't bump heads with your boss and get paid.
If I see an opportunity for poor people to come up,
this ain't about,
we can help.
This ain't about poor people.
Who is about urban? Urban. I thought urban was city black.
If you cared about urban, you wouldn't have hired Ben Carson, man.
Why did you think they hired him? Because he was black.
No, they hired him because he was stupid. The man's a brain surgeon. He don't know nothing about no urban areas.
Look. When they hired him in, I said, wait a minute. Hold on. I said, now here's a brain surgeon about to be in charge of the urban housing and development. And I said, now that's like me being a producer and talking about I'm about to give you brain surgery. I mean, how? What do you do? What do you know? How do you prepare?
So if you know that, why do you expect him to do something for poor people?
Didn't he cry this? He know what it's like and all this.
And you believed him?
Well, I mean, what man would say that if he is not?
A liar.
Yeah. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is why I say keep up with your people that you're going to vote for in this upcoming election, because you don't want to come around next year and then sit back and realize that, damn, how did Donald Trump win? Well, he going to win if you don't vote.
I think you just like politics.
No, I just like the truth to come out.
So if Donald Trump ain't your president, who gonna be president and treat you good?
You know what?
Wait a minute.
I really don't expect them.
Who gonna be president and treat you good?
A person that's gonna be for the people.
Who is that person?
I don't know yet. They say
you know why you don't know yet?
Check is.
You know why you don't know yet?
Huh.
Because you've never seen one.
Yeah, but they said Booty Check is supposed to be the front runner for helping black people. They said he got
why would Booty Check want to help black people?
I don't know. He said he got 18 propositions immediately. As soon as he become president, he gonna impose for black people.
You just like politics, man.
No, I'm telling you the gospel.
If you still naive enough to believe that any of these white folks gonna do something to help you, something is wrong with you.
Do y'all believe that the white folks gonna help us to get anything done? Let me see. Somebody give me a call, 248-429-7224, and tell me, do you think that white America is willing and able to drop this stupidity of bigotry and racism when it was uprooted all?
If you had control of the entire world, would you give it up for the sake to help black people?
But the thing I'm saying is, you got to understand that black people is the ones that got you. Black people carve the country. Black people sit back and pick the cotton.
But who did you do it for?
All this for white folks.
But who did you do it for?
We taught their children. We raised their children.
Who did you do it for?
White folks.
Okay, so let's reverse the roles now.
Okay.
Let's say that black folks had white folks working for them for free. Would you now turn around that you got the whole world following what you do? Would you turn around and say, you know what? I think we gonna turn around and fix these problems and give it back to the white people. Would you do that?
No. If you got 10 pies,
you ain't
got none.
Before you do that, you have to answer the question.
I just want one of them. I ain't asking for all 9 of them.
No.
But if you give me at least 2 or 3 of them.
No, you changing the scenario.
No, all I'm just saying is I know you got the world.
If you were in power.
Yeah.
Okay, you in power. And your son can be the next person in power. You're going to say, no, son, I'm going to give the power over to the white man. It's his turn now. You would do that?
Now, I ain't say I was crazy.
All
I'm just saying
that's
is
the real deal.
The real deal. Okay, you made a legitimate point. But here's what I'm just saying though. If you know that your ancestors were wrong, now hear me out.
They don't see their ancestors as wrong. They see their ancestors as doing what they needed to do to give them wealth.
Do we get any understanding from another race and group of people when they're not trying to make any type of understanding with us, nor are they trying to make any understanding with anybody else?
Would you try to make an understanding with someone that has been serving you for 400 years?
All right, let me ask you this then. America say, okay, fuck it. We messed up. But here's what we're going to do. We'll send all of y'all back to Africa. Straight. One-way trip. How many of us would take it?
Not many, I don't believe.
How many of us would really say?
Not many, I don't believe. But why should
I could leave here
why should a person,
and go there?
Why should a person go somewhere that they have no knowledge of and don't know anything about
people
it?
Move from state to state, city to city, country to country.
But we're not talking about state to state. We're talking about country to country.
Yeah.
Okay, so if a person has never been to California, let alone another country, why do you think that that person would be eager to go somewhere that they have no knowledge of?
Well,
the same reason that when they kidnapped black folks from Africa and brought them here, they didn't want to come here. They didn't want to be here.
But we learned how to maneuver, right? We learned how to maneuver around this motherfucker, even though we didn't know where we were or what. We learned to evolve and know how to maneuver.
No, we're still learning.
Well, yeah, but
we're still learning.
We found a way or some ways to maneuver. Okay, so now we can maneuver a little bit.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that people would be eager to go. That's not what that means.
Would y'all be eager to go, world? If right now, Donald Trump said, look here.
He did already.
I'm going to make sure that if you don't want to be here, you can leave.
He already said that.
I'm going to get y'all a cruise ship and take you home better than any of your ancestors ever rode on a boat ever in their life.
But see, you wouldn't say that now because guess what? Because Donald Trump would really send you up out of here.
Yeah. So we sit here and he said, now you got this choice now. Now remember, when he says this, you can't come back. You can't come back. Now a lot of y'all gonna find this a little difficult because food ain't plentiful like that. I don't think that you can be on a phone or any type of telecommunications after 8 o'clock. Or you'll be confiscated. Or you can't be out at a certain time, or you'll be arrested. Or they just might hack your ass up just for the hell of it because you walked in the wrong neighborhood.
So what are you saying now? That America is better than you think that it is?
No, you just gonna realize like, damn, it ain't too bad in America.
Okay, so okay, is it worth staying, or would you rather go?
Put me somewhere else. I mean, just anywhere I want to go. Do I have to go to Africa?
No, you can't change the narrative.
I can't change the destination. I got to go to Africa.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
So you can't change it.
But if you say just leave, I'm looking at it like this. Hell, leave. Okay, well, take me to Tokyo.
Okay,
take me to Dubai.
But Tokyo's not your land.
Well, I sure the hell would try to make it.
No, what he said, go back where you came from.
Right. And you notice that he ain't never stepped foot on African soil. He'll go there and meet Kim Jong-un, but he's never. His wife has. His wife has stepped on African soil, but not one time.
Man, I don't even know how you keep up with all this stuff that this man be doing.
Does he? Because
it's
like this.
I don't give a damn what he do or what he say.
The Grand Wizard, you got to watch how he works.
Why would I study a Grand Wizard?
Because you got to see how he works. Because, see, by what he promotes out there, his followers are going to promote the same thing.
But why?
By his rhetoric and his activity.
But why would I study?
You don't see no different change in the way, in the atmosphere of people now.
First of all, I am more intelligent than that.
But you don't see any changes of any sort.
Because there is no change.
They're not getting just a little bit more bogartish?
No, they're just a little bit more in your face.
Well, okay. Well, basically.
I'd rather know what my enemy is doing than not to know.
Well, hell, we still don't know until it's done. Here's this, ladies and gentlemen. They're building a bridge over my freeway. Across the street from my house. I just got a $45 goddamn parking ticket for parking in front of my house. No signs that said no parking. Just construction barrels. And I parked in front of my house.
That's because that ain't your house.
So when I come
and that ain't
out,
your parking spot.
Getting ready to come to the station, I see somebody got a ticket on their truck. And I'm like, well, that's my neighbor. Some say, Sanford, go over there and look at yours.
I can tell you why you got it.
Why?
Because you were parked inside those barrels.
Well, I always park inside of those barrels.
That's illegal.
That's illegal?
That's illegal.
Well, how does the construction people get to do it?
Because they the one. That's the reason that the barrels are put out there so that they can do their work.
Well, do your work. I was doing my work. I need to park in front of my house. They at least tell me we can't park there. There's nothing that says we can't park there. We've been parking
Well,
there.
you got the ticket, didn't you?
Yeah, but we've been parking there. All of our neighbors.
And you're going to pay it too, ain't you?
No, I'm going to fight it. I'm going to fight it. Because for one, when you built the bridge.
And when the judge asks you, well, Mr. Miles, did you see those big orange barrels? What you going to say?
Yes, I did. And only thing I did is thought that was for people not to hit the construction people that were working on the machines right there. And that was in front of my house.
Mr.
Now,
Miles,
there is nothing up in front of my house or anything around our home that says you cannot park here during construction hours or construction period.
Well,
Nor did we get any memorandum. Y'all just started tearing up a bridge and throwing up some barriers. You never informed us that what the memo was.
See how much power they got?
You see what I'm saying? But now I got a $45 ticket for parking in front of my own goddamn house, which is crazy. I was parked in front of my home. I paid a rent there. That is my parking spot. I'm entitled to park there. And it wasn't even during construction hours.
No, that's not your parking spot, Sam, man. Your parking spot is in your garage. That's the city's parking spot.
Don't make me hurt these people. It's your man, the one and only Mr. Sam 44 man.
You should go live when you go to court, man.
I wish I could if I let me take that damn camera in there. I surely would, but they search you down. And then the killing part, I can go to any other state.
Because if you don't give them $45, you going to jail.
Ain't that nothing? That shit. She probably was about to put a boot on there, but just said, hell, I'm gonna just get the ticket. $45. I'm about to fight that. I can't be doing this. I can't be giving up this money for free. All this time that our vehicles have been parked here, nobody had no problem. So we'll see. I'll keep y'all posted. It's your man, the one only Mr. Sam 44 man. I'm about to get on up out of here next week. I got some home peoples that's getting ready to have their birthday next week, so I'll give them a shout out next week. And until then, and in between then, don't try to hurt nobody, and be true to yourself and everybody else around you. And I'll try to see y'all next week. Don't drink none of that lead water, and take them babies, if you're in Highland Park, to the doctor and get them checked out. Make sure they ain't walking around with lead inside their body. I'll check y'all out next Thursday. You're tuned in to ventradio.net.
And let me thank everyone who has sent me and my wife birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. And I just want to say thank you. And stay tuned in to ventradio.net for all of our upcoming events and our other shows, okay? All right.
That was easy.
You know it. It's your man, the one only Mr. Sam 44 man. See y'all next week.